It's also an excellent rifle from lamping with a car from. If you're doing a lot of pest control, if you're a keeper or if you're a farmer and you're going around shooting a lot of rabbits, you're probably going to be doing it from a 4x4. Here in the UK, obviously, we have the steering wheel on the right hand side of the car and the passenger seat on the left hand side. So you can fire this rifle from both sides of the car without actually ever having to take your hand off the foregrip and cycle the bolt. It's especially useful if you're riding shotgun while the driver's lamping and driving. You can shoot lefty out the left hand side of this. You can shoot lefty out the left hand side of a car with this rifle and never have to touch the bolt, which is an excellent feature. The other nice thing is that if you're using this rifle for pest control, you can get these large capacity magazines, which means at night you don't have to mess about with changing over these small magazines that only hold 10 rounds. You can use one of these 25 round bad boys and go for a long time without actually having to change out your mag. Load up a couple of these and it'll last you a long time. If you've only got a couple of 10 round magazines, you'll have to keep on reloading them, and in the dark, you might drop them in the footwell. They're kind of small. You won't really be able to find these easily unless you've got a good place to put them. If you drop it, it's a bit of a pain to fiddle for, to try and pick up. The less you can fiddle with your rifle at night, the better the rifle is if you're using this rifle for pest control. It's also a very good small game hunting rifle. If you're shooting squirrels or rabbits, I've even shot pheasants when I've just been wanting a pheasant for the pot. I've even shot pheasants with this rifle. I know it's not very sporting, but I wanted the meat, not the sport of it flying overhead to shoot with a shotgun. So it's a very good small game rifle. Like I said, this rifle is equipped with a sound moderator. I think this rifle is better than a bolt action rifle when it comes to small game hunting, especially with the sound moderator. With a bolt action rifle, you hear the click of the firing pin and the whiz of the bullet going down range if you're using subsonic ammunition. That's great. I don't doubt that bolt action rifles are very quiet, but then you have to interrupt that quietness by cycling that metallic bolt, the metallic sound. You lift the bolt up, you cycle it to the back, and then you lock it back down again. That sound travels, especially on a still night. The advantage with a semi-automatic rifle is that the sound of the bullet going down range and the sound of the action cycling is all one event, and it's only slightly more than the sound of a bolt action rifle. Remember, you still hear the click of the bolt action rifle. With this, you've just got the sound of the bolt going back, and it's very quiet. When you use this with subsonic ammunition, this rifle is very quiet. Another versatility of this rifle is that you can shoot hypervelocity Remy Yellow Jackets and Stingers out of it. So this is a legitimate foxing gun out to 100 yards. I have shot foxes within 100 yards with this rifle, and it has dropped them like a sack of potatoes. People say, oh no, you need a treble 2 or a 223, and it's like, you don't. A fox is quite a small animal. You hit it with this, it's not going to go anywhere. It is limited. Limit your shots within 100 yards, but you can use this rifle for foxing. The nice thing is with this rifle is, again, the semi-auto design. You can fire 2 or 3 rounds at a fox at rapid succession to bring it down if your first round hasn't been effective. It's a very good cubbing rifle. If you're shooting fox cubs with this, at the back end of the summer, in the autumn, the fox cubs are kind of naive. They'll come quite easily into a squeak within 20 or 30 yards, and they'll come in together. You might get 2 or 3 fox cubs coming in to investigate your squeak. Now with a traditional bolt action rifle, as soon as you've let fly at the first fox cub, the other 2 have decided that it's not a good idea to stick around and they've disappeared. With the semi-automatic design is you can get that follow-up shot, the quick follow-up shots. You can aim at one, fire, aim at the second, fire, and aim at the third, again, really quickly. Unfortunately, after the Hungerford tragedy in the 1980s, centerfire semi-autos in the UK were banned. So the only semi-autos that you can get in the UK are 22 rimfires. And you can either get the 22 long rifle or you can get the 22 Magnum. This rifle would make an excellent wilderness rifle because it's so light. You could strap this to your backpack. You could employ a folding stock, a Butler Creek folding stock, which will basically, the length of your rifle is the length of a barrel, 18 inches, plus your receiver, which is what, maybe 6 inches. So that's 24 inches for your rifle if you use a folding stock. Strap it to your backpack, take it with you. 500 rounds, a brick of ammunition, weighs absolutely nothing, and this will put more food on the table than any other rifle, any other caliber of rifle, I should say. It's really good for hunting small game. The the .22 is a time-honoured, proven round for small game hunting, and it's also cheap here in the UK. It's the cheapest firearms round that you can get. Subsonic ammunition currently retails, between wherever you go, it currently retails for about £5.50, £6 for a box of 100. And you guys in the States will be going, what? £6? That's like $10 for 100 rounds of 22. Well, remember, this is the UK. Everything is insanely expensive. So, as firearms go, this is your cheapest option. One of the unfortunate things about this rifle is that it relies on this mechanical semi-automatic action, and it is susceptible to getting dirt. I know a couple of people who have got these rifles and they go, oh yeah, I don't like it, it jams, and I'm like, when was the last time you cleaned it? Not long. You haven't cleaned it for a long time, haven't you? You need to keep these rifles clean. You need to take them down. You need to take them apart. Take the trigger mechanism housing out. Take the bolt out. Give them a wipe down with solvent and get all that 22 gunk off of there. 22s are coated with a lubricant. The cases, because it's quite a low pressure firearm, the cases don't really often expand, fit the chamber, so you get a lot of gas blowing back around the side of the case. And because it is a blowback operated firearm, the gas is being used to force that bolt back, so the inside of the action gets pretty grotty after several hundred rounds. I tend to clean mine every 300-400 rounds, maybe every brick of ammunition that I use.